from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. And the lead is now 24. After the touchdown, Aguayo now ready for the kickoff. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
That's the way to hit. Let's go.
Another carry now for Gurley. They find some open field here. And a cut to the sideline. Touchdown, LA! Todd Gurley, 69 yards. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead.
That long run for a touchdown is a great example of if you get it back to the second level, anything can result, and it's usually something good.
And they will line up now for the two-point try.
Here we go.
Goff looking to throw. And they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good. So they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
As they run the counter play. And he'll cut it to the left sideline. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Another good run there, and now we're seeing an offense that's imposed its will on a defense. When we talk about that all the time, what does it really mean? It means that the guys on the offensive line, they feel like they can do whatever they want. They're in the huddle saying, run it again. Give us another chance to smack someone and create some space. On the defensive side of the ball, not only have they imposed their will against you, you're almost powerless to figure out what you're doing there, but you got to keep your spirit up at the same time. And they're taking that, too.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wondered maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much.
Final minute now of the third quarter. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. They go play action. Winston. Oh, he's got a man wide open. up and complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. Bernardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the 4th. On 2nd down, they'll try and run the counter. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Roberto Aguayo out now for the Buccaneer field goal try. This will be from 49 yards out. And Aguayo able to knock it through. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
Roberto Aguayo following the made field goal, set now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Bryant, the lone receiver, left. On 1st and 10, Goff. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. On 2nd and 10, Goff. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game. And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way. A play fake to Gurley. Now Goff. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to swing the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Now a play fake here on first down. That is caught at the 7-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because...
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Now Jameis on second down. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, Winston. And he fires one, but incomplete. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
Brandon, what we just saw there is something we hear from coaches throughout the league. How are you going to defend what they call the moment of truth ball, meaning a 50-50? The ball's in the air, defenders there, receivers there. Who's going to make a play on the football? And in this case, the defensive guys actually got it done and knocked it away.
He's going to go up top again. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for L.A. And even 50 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
All right, here we go. 4 down, 4 down. Watch 16, watch 16.
On the ground with a tight end. And he is into the end zone.
The light is going down and the weekend's here. Save my soul. I can feel it coming, troubles in the air. Oh my Lord.